What's up, you guys? It's Scott here at Aspiria Fitness Center. I'm guiding you through strictly strength class today. We've got a full body setup ready to go for us today. So we've got a set of dumbbells behind me and our mat as usual. We're gonna jump right into our warm up. We'll demo our blocks and then we'll get moving. So let's get ready to go. Like I said, guys, all we're gonna need today is just a set of dumbbells. I've got a medium weight right around the middle, right? We don't wanna go too hard. You might want to have a lighter set. We will do some shoulder raises that can sometimes be taxing if we have heavier weight. So if you need to grab a lighter weight, maybe you have two sets that you can bounce back and forth between, right? You can see what works for you. Start with that heavy weight. As you fatigue, maybe you drop through sets or rounds to that other set of weight. So other than that, we've just got our mat. And of course, I've got my water bottle and my sweat towel here with me. We're gonna get sweaty. We're gonna wanna wipe our sweat and we're gonna wanna replenish that lost hydration as well. So make sure you got the sweat towel and the water bottle, and go ahead and fire that playlist up if you like some, if you got some music that you wanna listen to on your own. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our warm up. We're gonna carry this right down full body onto our mat. At that point, you guys can keep a light jog or some light cardio, keep our heart rate, keep the body temp up while I demo our block. So we're gonna just start with 5 arm circles in each direction. So you can do them one at a time. For the sake of the video, we're gonna do both arms at the same time. So we did 5 forward, we're gonna do 5 backward. Nice big circles, get that wide full range of motion, 4 and 5. Do a few more in each direction if you feel like it. You can pause the video, maybe you swing arms across the front a little bit too. Whatever's helping you feel loose, roll those shoulders out a little bit, upper body. We're gonna move on to our next one. Here's our sumo shift. Helps us get our hips moving a little bit, inner thigh warmed up here a bit. So our feet are real wide, we got those toes pointed out a little bit. We're just gonna bend one knee and we're leaning side to side, feeling that stretch on the inside of our legs. So not into a full lunge, don't have to go all the way down. Go as far as you can comfortably. Feel that stretch on the inside. We're gonna get about 10 of these. So there's number 5, we'll say that's 5. Here's 6, 7, 8, so we should maybe get a little bit deeper every time, right? We're starting to warm up. We'll say that's 9, and here's number 10. So from there, we're gonna close our stance a little bit, and we're gonna do squat with that overhead reach it to the other side. So we're a little wider than hip width. We're not quite as wide as we were before. We're squatting down, and then we're gonna reach up and over, big stretch along our side there. And we're gonna alternate that reach to each side, and we gotta get 10. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, get low, sink down, get those quads working. We got 8 right here, we got 1 more on each side. There's 8, 9, and the last one coming up here, number 10. Great. Take another 1 or 2 of those if we're still feeling tight. The hips are our lats or our side muscles there. We're going to go into our next one is our inchworm. We're adding a push up at the end of it, making sure we're getting nice and loose, right? And we're going to do a twist as well. We got a lot going, so we're going to do 3 of these. So our classic inchworm, right? We hinge forward, we're shooting our butt back, keeping our knees not locked out, but we're keeping them pretty straight, right? We're going to come out to here. We're going to do a push up or maybe a shoulder tap if that's more accessible for you today. But we want to twist up as well, get our core involved a little bit here. So we're going to twist to each side. Then we're going to walk that inchworm back. That was number 1. We're doing that 2 more times for a total of 3. So we're hinging the butt back, walking out into our inchworm, into our tall plank, where we'll do a push-up or taps, your choice, to get our chest and shoulders active. And then we're twisting to each side. And we're going to walk that 1 more time up, and 1 more time all the way through that inchworm whole process here. So we're walking the hands out. We're pushing up or tapping for our chest. We're twisting. And we're walking back. So we're starting to get those hamstrings warmed up. We're feeling our chest and shoulders warming up a little bit as well. Our next one here, we're going to go right down to the mat, continuing with the hips a little bit. So we're going to do 5 of our hip cars, we call these. So we're going to bring our hip up and out, and then bring it back in opposite direction. There's 1, 2, 3. We're doing 5 on each side. 4, and 5, and then we'll switch knees. We'll bring that one back in and around. Switch to your other knee. We got 5 of the same thing. So we're going to come out to the side and drive it back, scoop underneath, and then reverse the whole cycle. 1, 2, 3. Feel these hips and glutes getting warm. 4, and last one, up and around, reverse it all the way back for number 5. Good. From here, we're staying right in our quadruped position or our tabletop position. We're going to do some T-spine rotation, continue getting our back and our core warmed up a little bit with some twists. So we're going to put hand behind our head here, elbow down to the mat, and twist up to the sky. We're doing 5 of these on each side. So there's 1, down to the mat, up for 2, 3, 4, and twist, and really drive that elbow up, 5. Feeling that rotation in our chest and mid-back T-spine region there. So go ahead and switch to the other hand is behind your head, elbow to the mat, twist up to the sky, really driving the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the last one there. Good, and we are finishing right here in this position where we've got 10 bird dogs and 10 dead bugs. And then we'll get some cardio in while I demo our block. So we're gonna go ahead and start here. So arm and leg straight out behind you. Make that nice fist and heel straight line. Don't kick your heel up too far. Switching sides. 2, keeping our core tucked in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, we're getting to 10, 8, 1 more on each side, keep that belly button tucked in, 9, and last one, number 10. Great. We're doing our dead bug, which is that same movement, upside down basically, right? So we're flat on our back, hands and feet are up in the air, extending our opposite arm and leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 8, 9, and last one for 10. Great job, guys. We're getting loose. We got our muscle groups warmed up here, so let's come up on our feet, take a light jog in place, or maybe we're gonna march, anything, maybe some jumping jacks, anything you like. You guys know I love jumping jacks. Whatever you guys wanna do, just keep the body temp up, keep moving a little bit, drive your heart rate. We've got 3 different blocks today. 3, I said 4, I said 3 and I held it 4. 3 blocks. We have 6 exercises in each one, and we're gonna do block A, block B, block C. We're gonna go through 3 rounds of that whole entire thing. So basically 9 rounds total. And we're starting with the first one. I'm just gonna demo our first 6 exercises out of the block. They're each 6 exercises. So we're gonna demo block 1. We'll run through that. While we're resting and recovering, I'll quickly demo block 2, so on and so forth. And then on our other 2nd and 3rd rounds, we'll just fly right through them, right? So our first block, sumo deadlift. We're all familiar with this one, just like our classic deadlift, but we're gonna have wide feet, right? We're in that sumo position. So feet are out wide, toes are externally rotated, and we hinge forward, kicking our butt back and squeezing glutes to stand upright. From there, we have our classic floor press, flat on our back with 2 dumbbells, and we're pressing straight up to the sky, flat on our back like so. We'll take our next one that's gonna be up on our feet with a classic squat. You can load that however you want, dumbbell under your chin, at your shoulders. Maybe we've got a bar that you want on your shoulders, or we just do body weight as well. After the squat, we've got a drag curl, which is kind of a combination of a row and a curl. We're upright here, so dumbbells are here. We curl up, but we keep those dumbbells really close to our body, and we pinch our shoulder blades back at the same time. So we're getting a squeeze and a curl at the same time there. And then we'll do reverse lunges and finish with our T-raise, shoulder raises, out to the side, then close it at the front, and reverse the whole movement. You may want to drop dumbbells on that one. Try and go heavy on the first round if you can. So that's our first 6 exercises. We'll take a minute or so break, and then we'll demo our block B. So block A and B are both kind of full body, and then block C is core movement. So we'll get some core in mixed with our full body. But that's our first block. We're starting with that sumo deadlift. We got 45 seconds on the clock. And we will have our typical 15-second transition. So go ahead and grab that dumbbell. Maybe you're gonna hold 2 dumbbells, whatever you want to load this with today. We're taking that sumo stance. So we're wide, feet, toes pointed out, and we're hinging back with our butt as we lower the weight and then come upright. So keeping our chest tall. So we're ready to go. We're gonna start our timer here in 3, 2, 1, and clock is officially ticking. So we are going to start those hinges slow, 2-3 seconds on the way down, and then a big squeeze in the glutes. So if this is uncomfortable for you to do our sumo style, You can go ahead and bring your feet in a little bit, stick with the more classic deadlift. That's up to you, however you'd like to do it today. We're targeting a little bit different muscle recruitment with our wide sumo stance, so I encourage you to try that if you've got it in your repertoire today. Otherwise, stick with what you can do. This is your workout. We got 15 seconds to go here. We're taking it slow, 2 to 3 seconds. We're getting that big squeeze at the top, so we're feeling this in our thighs, in our groin there. Hamstrings are working hard, and we're squeezing glutes at the top like usual. We've got our countdown there, and relax. So we're going to our floor press, flat on our back, 2 dumbbells, and we're pressing those straight up to the sky, getting our chest going here today. So hopefully we go heavier, like I said, heavier everything if you can on the first round. We can modify weight down the reps, down the road if we need to. But we are on our way with our floor press here. We've got our elbows flared out about 45 degrees, so they're not too wide, but they're not completely tucked into our side either. So we're driving those dumbbells straight up to the sky, slowly lower 2 to 3 seconds, and press back up, making sure we're squeezing our chest, thinking about our chest while we press so that we make sure we have that mind-muscle connection, pressing the chest up. After this, we've just got a classic squat, so we're back up on our feet. We're getting a little hidden cardio as we go up and down on these movements, right? So up on our feet, then we're laying down, then we're up on our feet, up and down. There's our countdown. Get one more press. Press it out. Good job. We're back up on our feet for some squats. These are classic squats. Feet are right outside hip width. Load them however you like. You can put dumbbells on our shoulders. You can hold one of them under your chin. However you like to load your squats. Take it away. Let's do them like this today on our shoulders. We're squatting down. We got those knees driving out to our side a little bit, tracking with our toes that are just pointed slightly out externally. They're not pointed straight ahead. The amount of toe pointed out will depend on your anatomy, so make that adjustment. We're holding these dumbbells, loading it from the top. Classic squat here. Drop the body weight if you need to. Try and push through heavy for our first round, right? We got 5 seconds. Time for 1 or 2 more reps. Let's get one along with our countdown here. Squat. Good job. All right, we've got that drag curl next, so we're dropping these dumbbells right by our side here. So this is a bicep curl and kind of a row and squeeze at the back at the same time. So we pull up and squeeze. Good, so we start down here. We're pulling up to about halfway, right? And we squeeze our muscles in the back, pinch those shoulder blades together, squeeze and hold for a second, and back to the floor, or to our hips, back toward the floor. So we're getting biceps in and back in the same time here. Big squeeze at the top of that drag curl. Call it a drag curl because we're dragging the weight right up by our body, right? So just like a deadlift, we keep the weight close to us. We want to do the same thing here. Dragging that up our body, squeezing our shoulders back. We're feeling it in the biceps and the back. This is a good one, right? 10 seconds to go. Big squeezes. Let's get 1 or 2 more reps here. We got our countdown coming. We're squeezing that last rep in. Good, nice job. On to reverse lunges. Alternate these. You can go forward lunge if you like. Reverse lunge will be a little more accessible for our knees probably. So your choice, you can go forward or reverse, however you like it. Again, you can load these however you like as well. We can have 2 dumbbells out of our side like this. Maybe we're holding 1 dumbbell right under our chin, or maybe we're just doing body weight. That's your choice. Whatever you can do today to get through the timer. We're sinking down as low as we can. We're gonna try and get that knee to touch, but if we can't, we'll just take it as low as we can go comfortably and finish that rep. We got 1 more round coming up, our T-raise, before we switch. So that's a little tougher. Might want to consider dropping weight if you have it available. If not, we can just stick with a classic front raise with 1 dumbbell if our 2 are too heavy, right? So great job, finish that last lunge right on time. If you have a heavier weight and you only have 1, we can just stick with the classic front raise, right? Otherwise, we're gonna go out to the side and then close at the front and lower. This is the tough one, so do your best. Take a break if you need to. We're going out, closing. So every other rep we do the front raise or the side raise first, right? So we did a front raise there, now we're doing the lateral into the front raise, and we keep switching it. Stick with one or the other if you're comfortable. Like I said, maybe our weight is limiting us a little bit here, so whatever you got to do to get through the round. Drop your weight, just take a break if you need to. We got 15 seconds to go. We're working the shoulders hard. We got less than 10. One more time, up, out, and down. One last rep, up. Let's finish it up right on the timer. Awesome job. That's the end of the block one. Quick and easy, right? So we're gonna go through this a couple times. We're taking about a minute here. You guys can recover, wipe sweat if we're getting sweaty already. Grab your drink. We're going to our next block of 6. Our first one is a good morning. If you're not familiar with that, it's just like a deadlift except we're top loaded so we can hold the weight under our chin, behind our neck, wherever you like. And we're gonna take that more classic deadlift position and we hinge, except now we just have the weight up top rather than having the weight down here. So that's our good morning. We'll go into one round of each side, half kneeling, curl and press. So we're here in our half kneel position. Core is working hard and we curl and press and reverse it. So we'll do left, flip ourselves to the right and do the other side. Then we have lateral lunges alternating. Just like we alternated our reverse lunges, we're stepping side to side. We're coming up on that minute. We got our lateral lunges, then we're gonna do a bridge with our pullover. You guys know how to do that on the mat. I'm not gonna demo that. And our last one, alternating hang snatch. 2 dumbbells right here. We dip down a little bit. We're gonna pull one arm up over our head at a time, dip, and pull the other arm, just like that, right? So there we go, there's our minute, a little over a minute for recovery. We're starting round 2. This is our good morning, which is our top loaded deadlift basically. So weight here, same as a deadlift, the weight's just in a different position. We're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking on the good morning or our top loaded deadlift. So we've got the weight under our chin, we're at our shoulders, following that classic hinging pattern that we know from our deadlifts. Soft bend at the knee, hinging the hips back. Squeezing glutes at the top, as always. Keeping our core tight, making sure we got that flat back. Feels just a little different, right, with that weight at the top. Makes us work a little bit harder. 10 seconds to go. We're holding that weight however we are. We maybe, like I said, might have it right here, and that's totally fine too. It's the same idea. We just have the weight on the top rather than on the bottom of the hips. Good job. Those are the good mornings. Let's go ahead and get into our half kneeling curl and press position. So the harder it'll be harder if we're in a straight line. So open up that foot, give yourself a little more stability. Tuck the belly button in. I want you to keep your hand there to make sure that belly button stays active, core stays tight. And we're going to curl and press on the other arm. So we're getting some more biceps in, a little bit more of our overhead press, getting shoulders and chest. Adjust that foot position for more stability if you need it. 15 seconds left where we switch sides. We're doing the same thing, just mirroring it to the other side, right? So bicep and shoulder are getting fatigued. We're working hard already. Let's keep it up. Doing a great job. Take a break, right? You got 3 seconds. Let's get one more rep in. Don't need a break because we got one right there. Good job. Go ahead and switch our position here. So we're just shifting to that other knee. Make sure we've got that knee position padded underneath you if you need it. Put a pillow or a mat, fold your mat up if you need it. Again, we've got our foot out to the side for more stability. We're holding our hand on our belly button to make sure that core stays active if we're having trouble keeping our core stable. And we curl and press. We got lateral lunges coming up next. So we'll get ready. Load those however you like. You can have 2 dumbbells, reach them down to your toes as you lunge. You can have 1 dumbbell. Maybe we're doing body weight, however you'd like to do it. Great job. Half kneeling curl and press. Getting that upper body fired up. Let's get up on our feet. We've got lateral lunges. Once again, we load these however you like. I prefer to have 1 dumbbell that I hold right under my chin when I do lateral lunges. However you'd like to do it is great. I like to do this and just shift side to side. Whatever makes you comfortable. I gotta clear some space for myself there. We're hinging that lead leg as we step out to the side. We're shooting the butt back behind us as always. Driving off that strong plant foot on the outside there. After our lateral lunges, we're going straight to our mat for our bridge with the pullover. I did not demo this. We're familiar with most of our bridge. We're gonna try and hold the bridge and do that dumbbell pullover over our head. So I'll get down on the mat and show you guys right before our round starts. There's our timer right there. So our bridge pullover, you can have 1 or 2 dumbbells, it's your choice. But we are gonna hold our bridge the whole time. Dumbbell starts here. Slight bend at the elbow, and we pull to our waist or right about our chest, right? So we have a straight vertical right there. There our timer starts, so we're pulling over, and we're trying to hold that bridge the whole time again, right? If you need to reset your bridge, that's totally fine, you can go right ahead. Try and squeeze those glutes and core and maintain that bridge the whole time. And we're pulling over till, like I said, we're at least vertical. We can take it to our waist if we want. At least trying to get so that we're straight up in the air like so. We've got our fun one coming up next after this, that double hang snatch. A little bit of different variation. Sometimes we do our dumbbell snatch from the floor up. We're doing it, we're gonna generate a little more power from the midsection since we're already standing. Let's get that last rep in and slowly tap behind our head. Awesome job. Let's pick it up, our last round here before another break. Before we demo our core block. Hang snatches right here. So we're just gonna lean forward just a little bit and then pull and pop that dumbbell up over our head. We're alternating arms. So both arms go down, but only one's gonna pull up. So let them slide down, just like we're gonna deadlift. We let those weights slide down just a little bit, just so we can get some momentum as we pull the weights up. Seconds to go. We got maybe time for 2 more on each side if we're lucky. Right, let's hurry it up. Let's get 2 more. There's 1, 2. Now we got 6 seconds. That's enough time to get 1 more on each arm. There it is. As our time expires, last rep. Great job. Good job, guys. Block B is done. We're going to block C. That's our core block. And we got planks, side planks with a lift. And we're doing our Superman, a Russian twist, and a dumbbell sit-up. So nothing unfamiliar to us, right? So we all know most of those exercises. And we're gonna take a break. We're gonna grab our drink and water, wiping our sweat. We've got about 30 seconds on our break clock. We're getting sweaty, so I gotta wipe my sweat. And we gotta take a drink because we're getting sweaty and we wanna stay hydrated. So quick wipe of our sweat. Take a quick drink and then we'll be ready to go. We're starting with a classic plank. So this could be an elbow plank or a tall extended plank, whatever is comfortable for you today. We'll be doing elbow plank in the video, but please do not let that stop you from taking that tall plank modification if that's what's comfortable for you. Let's get ready to go. We're down on our mat. We're ready to start here. Our timer is messed up. We're gonna quickly get that going again. 45 seconds coming up on our tall plank. And that's going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. We are ready to go. We are in plank position, elbows and toes locked in here. Feeling strong. We're on our elbows that are stacked underneath our shoulders. We've got our toes locked in, quads and calves are tight. Our feet are about shoulder width. We don't want to be too wide or too narrow. Make it hard on ourselves. So we're all in a nice long straight line here in this plank. So we got 20 seconds to keep holding on. From here we do a side plank on each side and we'll get a little active core mixed in. 10 seconds to go. Keep holding this plank. Come into tall plank if you need to finish the round, but try and hold on. 5, 4, 3. Great job. Drop it to the mat. We're going to do our side plank. So pick a side. I prefer to have my knee bent on the bottom leg. Keep some pressure off the hip. Your choice. You can go full legs extended, toes there. Other than that, we've got elbow and shoulder stacked like always, and we're holding our tall plank just like so. So my bottom knee's bent, my top leg extended out. You'll see I've got my arm up here, so I'm not pushing myself down, so try and keep that arm up high. And you'll see I've got my nice straight line, shoulder and elbow are stacked, so you don't want to be way out here. We don't want to be too far under. Get that nice vertical position. 20 seconds to go. Tap that hip down to recover and pop right back up and if you need it. Finishing out the timer, 15 seconds here. 10, 9. We're doing the same thing. We're just flipping over to the other side, working that other side down here. We're feeling those nice lats and abs working. And relax. Great job. Kicking it to the other side. So we're just flipping on over. You can roll over. I'm going to stay facing the camera, so I'm flipping my body position here. My bottom leg's going to stay bent. Top leg is out. I'm stacked up right here, elbow and shoulder. And we're off. We are holding on tight. Keeping that arm up here so we're not weighing ourselves down on our hip. Our glute on our bottom leg is staying squeezed, right, so we can keep that nice plank position. 25 seconds. Don't be afraid to tap that hip down for recovery, right? Pop back up. Just don't quit on the round. You got 20 seconds to go. Doing great. We've got some active core coming up here after this one, which is going to be our, well, we got one more. We'll do our Superman, and then we've got 2 active core rounds, right? So our Superman or our skydiver coming up next, flat on our tummy. We got 5 seconds. Hold it on this side plank. Great job with the side planks. So you got your choice here, Superman style, palms down in front of you, or you can go palms up, skydiver style. Still want to squeeze shoulder blades and glutes, either way. And we're going to try and hold this ISO, right? We're going to squeeze it and hold. If you need to drop down, go right ahead and recover, or we can just do some reps. If reps are more accessible, lift and hold for 2 seconds or so, and drop back down, lift again. Remember, you can have hands in either position. It's up to you. Maybe try both and see what feels right for you. Still working our posterior chain either way. We're holding on, 20 seconds left. Drop down if you need to. Pop it back up. We've got Russian twist and dumbbell sit-up coming up next. 12 seconds to go. We're holding on. And relax. Nice job. Let's flip on over to our other side. We've got Russian twist. So grab a dumbbell if you want to have some resistance. Welcome to just use our hands as some weight, right? But let's get a dumbbell and challenge ourselves a little bit. So we're seated here. My heels are down, and that's okay. If you want to float your heels for a little tougher challenge, go right ahead. But we are twisting. Trying to tap the head of that dumbbell on the floor at each side. We got about 10 seconds to go. We're twisting. We got dumbbell sit up next, so we're going to hold on to this dumbbell, finish out our core. That's going to be our 3 blocks, and we're going to just go back to the top of block A, right? Good job. Flat on our back next for the dumbbell sit up. Kick those legs out. Dumbbell starts overhead, and we drive the dumbbell straight up to our sky with our core muscles here. If we just have a heavy weight and this is tough, just opt for a classic crunch or a sit up here. We'll be totally fine. We're just adding a little extra resistance with the dumbbell if you've got it available. We're coming up on the end of round 1 here, 15 seconds. We're going to jump back in for round 2, 3. Awesome job, you guys. Take a quick break. We're gonna shorten our breaks just a bit, right? We don't have as much demoing to do, so we'll give it 30, 45 seconds. We're popping right back into it. All the way back at the top, sumo deadlift. Get some more practice at our sumo position. Grab a drink and wipe your sweat. Before we take it away, we're gonna fly through these next 2 rounds. We know what we're doing now, so we're taking our shorter break. We're 20 seconds in, so let's just get a quick drink and take it away, right? No time to waste. We're gonna hit it. One more quick drink. We're at 30 seconds right there, so by the time we get going, that'll be about 45. And we will be off. There it is, right there, there's 40 seconds. So let's go ahead and switch our timer back. We've got sumo deadlift again coming up here. Remember, our feet are wide, toes are pointed out, hinging at the hips, weight in between our legs. Ready to go here, back to our timer. Sumo deadlift start in 3, 2, 1, and clock is ticking. So we've got our wide feet. We hinge and squeeze. So again, we're going 2 or 3 seconds on the way down, right? And then a big squeeze and pull. Last rep, there's our 3-second countdown, big squeeze, hold on to the squeeze, good job. Next up on this one is our floor press, so we're back down on the mat. Here's some of that hidden cardio, right? We gotta go up and down for a few rounds. So let's get ready for our floor press. Keep those elbows about 45 degrees off the torso. Feet can be flat on the floor or legs can be fully extended, that's your choice. We are pressing straight up to the sky, squeezing those chest muscles, thinking about what we're doing. We're not just moving some weights around, right? We want to focus on thinking about the muscles and squeezing. Great job with the chest press. Up on our feet. We got our squats. So we can load those however you like. Again, we did 2 dumbbells on the shoulders. We'll do 1 dumbbell under the chin, a little easier to hold on to this time. Do it however you like. Feet are just outside our hip width, right? So find that sweet spot that's right for you. Toes are the same way. We gotta find out just that right amount of toe out angle for you to do that's comfortable for you. Almost there, 5 seconds, get that last rep in. Big squeeze at the top, good job. We got the drag curl coming again, that's that row curl combo, squeezing and pulling up on the dumbbells, keeping them close to our torso. So let's get our other dumbbell back in hand, ready to go. Good, so here we are. We're pulling up to about 90 degrees, right? And pinching shoulder blades back. Little row curl combo. We want to really focus on squeezing both at the top. So squeeze biceps and squeeze shoulder blades. This is a tough one. It's a little tougher than you think, right? It fatigues those biceps out a little bit. So hold that squeeze for as long as you can. Do your best and relax it so we're not over fatiguing ourselves. 10 seconds to go. This is tough. A few more reps. We're really squeezing shoulder blades. We're really squeezing biceps. They're feeling it. Last rep, all the way down, and relax. Good job. We're holding those dumbbells because we've got reverse lunges Coming up next, we're gonna get our grip fatigue a little bit here. So after this one, if you need to drop the weights, go ahead and shake them out. We got our shoulder raise combo coming next. Reverse lunges, or you can go forward lunge too, whatever you like. We're loading our dumbbells at the side. We're tapping that knee down as best we can to the side. If you can't get there, just take that as shallow or as deep as you want. If this is all we're getting, that's okay. We're still getting some movement in those legs. So do your best. "20 seconds. We're lunging away. Last set here, there's 3 seconds. One there, one on the other side. Good, all right, let's shake our grip out. We got our T-raise combo next. Maybe we drop our weights if we're getting fatigued, and if we only have one or one direction is accessible, we can just do the front or just do the side. There's our countdown. Dumbbells are back. We're ready to go. We have our elbows bent a little bit. We got our wrists bent too. We don't need to lock these arms out completely. That's just gonna make it tough, put a lot of strain on the shoulder. So break the wrists, bend your elbows slightly. I promise it'll be easier for you. I have my feet a little narrow there too. Make sure we got a nice solid base with your feet and our core is active so that 15 seconds to go. This is a tough one. This is one of the tougher movements. These dumbbell raises are tough, especially if we have some weight. So take a moment in between each rep. Make sure you can get a good quality rep. 3 seconds. Let's come up and out one more time. Up, and down. Great job. Right as the timer ended, we're putting another 30 or so quick on the timer. We're starting to fly through these breaks a little more right. We know what we're doing. We're just going to take a quick break, wiping our sweat. We're going to towel off. We're going to grab a drink and get right back into block 2, which starts with that good morning, which is that hinging motion. That's top loaded though, right? So we're not doing sumo. We're going to have our feet a little closer, more of a classic deadlift hinge position for the feet. We're at about 25 seconds, so let's grab a quick drink and we'll pick it right back up. Let's go. You guys are doing great. There's about 40 seconds right there, so let's switch back over to our timer. We've got top loaded hinge, good morning, coming up next. So I'm gonna put one dumbbell right here behind my shoulders and just hold on to it like that. We're ready to go, so let's get that dumbbell up there in position. We're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking, so we're top loaded hinge, shooting the butt back just like a deadlift. Should feel exactly similar to a deadlift in the movement portion, except our weight's just in a different spot. So we're challenging our muscles and our core a little bit differently today. But we're still keeping the soft knee bend. We're still pushing our butt back. We're still squeezing glutes at the top. Still feeling that nice stretch in our hamstrings on the way down. 15 seconds to go. We're going to hit our half kneeling position again, so prepare if we need to pad up our knee, maybe fold our mat over, whatever you have available. There's our break. Great, so let's get into that half kneel. Remember, our narrow position is harder, so open up your foot a little bit. And we're going to want to keep this glute squeeze, keep everything tight in here. Glutes and core squeeze for a strong core. Keep your hand on your tummy to feel that core working. And we curl and press. Got to keep the active core here to be stable with our upper body, especially because our lower body base has changed. And we want to make sure we're feeling stable since we're not on our 2 feet that our body and our brain is used to. We're poking that belly button, feeling these core muscles stay nice and tight and stiff, stable for our upper body to press from. Six seconds, let's get 1 or 2 more reps in before we flip. We got one more as time expires. Let's get it up. Press it, nice job. Drop that dumbbell in the middle, switch positions. We're flying through round 2. We're halfway through after this. We got lateral lunges, we got our bridge and pullover, and our hang snatches. those fun ones at the end, the hang snatch, right? So feel for that core, curl and press. Seconds to go. We're still pressing. Our upper body's fatiguing, right? We did T raises. We're doing curl and press. We've done lots of curls and rows for these biceps. We're getting a good old workout today. Let's do it. 5 seconds. We got one more. Up and over. Curl and press it. Awesome job. Lateral lunges coming up next. I like to load those again right under my chin. You can hold to the weight however you like. Body weight is totally fine too. Just working on that lateral movement. Here we go. So we're stepping to the side, hinging that knee, keeping that trail leg long. And we're shooting our butt back behind us as usual for our hinging pattern. Gotta have the hips moving. We're gonna get down on our mat for the bridge next with the pullover and then our hang snatch. We got 15 seconds worth of lunges. Let's keep it going. Great job. Down on the mat. We still only need one dumbbell for our bridge and pull over. So we're going to try and hold that bridge the whole time, remember? So we got to keep those glutes firing. We bridge up. We have our slight bend at our elbow, tap the dumbbell, and pull it over. We're squeezing glutes and driving those knees out, making our lower body work. And you already know what your core is doing. It's staying tight and strong. We're finishing up our pullovers. We got hang snatches and then a break. We're back to our core. And then we're taking our victory lap one more time through, all 3 rounds, to finish ourselves off. And then we are going to cool down and call it a day. Awesome job. Up on our feet, 45 seconds before a break, the hang snatch. So this is just a little bit of a dip from the hips and knees, and then a big pop and pull to get that dumbbell up. We're alternating hands. We're gonna slide down with both hands, but then we only pop one up. So try not to make it we don't wanna go here and here. We wanna go down and then all the way up. A little bit of a dip and a drive all the way up. Alternating arms, working on power from our whole body for the ground up. Dip and pull. Let's go. Just under 20 seconds left. Three seconds. Last rep. Up and relax. Nice job. Block B for round 2 is done. We're gonna hit our core section, and then we take our final lap through our 3 blocks. You guys are doing awesome. We're getting our 30, 45 second timer going here. Just enough time to take a quick swig of water and a quick towel off, and we get onto our plank. Remember, elbow plank if you can. Come into tall plank if that modification is right for you. We're grabbing a drink. Awesome. That's about 30 seconds right there. So let's get down on our mat, ready to go with the plank. Elbows and toes if you can. Coming into tall plank to modified. Plank starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. Elbow plank is off. We've got our feet right about shoulder width. We've got our elbows and shoulders stacked. Forearms are parallel to each other, so we like to do thumbs up when from your palms down. Try to avoid clasping your wrists together. Keep our shoulders in a safe, neutral position that way. 25 seconds. We're holding on. We got side planks to come. 10 seconds left on this plank. Nice job. We're relaxing that plank. Hopefully you made it through that whole thing without going to tall plank, and that's okay if we took that modification. Don't let that deter you from continuing to do your best, fighting these positions, doing your best to not take the mod. If we adjust, that's okay, as long as we don't give up on the round, right? Mods are totally fine. We don't want to quit. We're still gonna fatigue ourselves doing that mod. And of course, again, I've got my knee bent down here, my arms up in the air, so I'm not forcing myself down on the hip. And we're holding on. You'll notice I've got my perfectly stacked elbow and shoulder, feeling for my lat, working hard back there. 15 seconds before we switch sides. Don't be afraid to tap that hip down, remember? Break is okay, but don't quit on the round. You got 10 seconds, so pop back up, finish out this last 10 seconds, get the best out of it. And break, nice job. Go ahead and flip on over to the other side. 10 seconds to get into position. Elbow and shoulder are stacked. Bottom knee is bent. Maybe the bottom leg is extended out, whatever you're comfortable with. It'll be tougher that way, right? Timer is up. And so are we. We're holding on. We got Supermans or skydivers next. 2 active rounds with that twist and dumbbell sit up. And then we finish our final round of all 3. "15 seconds to go, we're holding on. Six, 5, don't quit. We're going right to our belly after this. Nice job. Onto our tummy. And we've got our Superman, arms out in front of you, or skydiver, your choice. We did mostly skydiver last time. I'm going to bring it to our Superman for this round. For the sake of the video, you can do whichever one you're comfortable with. Remember, we're trying to hold it the whole time. We can drop down for reps or just for a quick rest and pop back up. We got 20 seconds to go. Don't be afraid to drop. Remember, take some reps here too. If we're just fatiguing from holding, try and get those muscles to still work throughout the round. Just do some reps. 10 seconds to go. Pop up and see if we can finish out that timer. 7, 6, 5, almost there. And relax. Nice job. We're going to our twist. 2 active rounds right here, so twist and dumbbell sit up. So we've got our dumbbell for resistance. Heels are tapped, and that's okay. Float your heels if you want to challenge, but resting them on the floor is totally fine. We're twisted. "15 seconds to twist. Let's make them count. Get that full twist and tap, nice and slow and controlled. 10 seconds to go. Awesome. Dumbbell sit up. Maybe we're modding to a classic crunch here or a classic sit up with no dumbbell. That's okay. Pick what is right for you, whatever you're comfortable with. Getting these abs working for this last round here. We're driving that weight up as best we can. Maybe we're just going to mod to a crunch now. We have 15 seconds if we're fatiguing a little bit. Great job. Let's take a break. Wipe your sweat. We're putting 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to run through one more block of each, right? And then we're going to cool down. So we are getting close. We're working hard. Almost there. We're going to grab a drink and wipe our sweat during this break. Back to the top. One more time. Sumo RDL. Wide feet. Toes are pointed out. One dumbbell right down the middle. That's 30 seconds right there. We're going to hit it. Let's waste no time. If you need a little longer break, feel free to take it. Come back to us in the video whenever you can. You can pause me if you like. We're jumping right back into it. Sumo Romanian deadlift starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking. We've got our wide sumo base. Soft bended our knee and we're hinging down. Deadlifting in a little different fashion today. "15 seconds, we're squeezing these glutes. Nice and slow on the way down, big squeeze on the way up. 3 seconds, last rep. Big squeeze at the top to finish it out. Ooh, almost tipped over backwards there. I squeezed so hard. Floor press. Let's get that other dumbbell involved. Flat on our back, feet are flat on the ground. Ready to go. Elbows are right about 45 degrees. Keep pressing. We're working these triceps and our chest. Let's go get that last rep in. Great job. Up on our feet again. Drop the dumbbells and shake your hands out. We got a little bit of we're holding the dumbbells for a little bit here. So back to our squat. Load them however you like. One under the chin is fine. Classic squat here. Get those knees out to your side. Feet are just outside hip width, right? Find what's comfortable for you as far as our foot and toe position. Squatting down as low as we can. Get that butt toward the floor. Thighs are parallel to the ground. "12 seconds to go. 1 or 2 more reps. Let's finish it out. Let's go. Last rep. Good job. There's our timer. Drag curls up next. This is that tough one for our biceps and the shoulders. Let's get some big squeezes in. It's our last time through. 3 seconds to get ready to go. Keep those dumbbells close. Big squeeze in the shoulder blades and thighs. On the way up, dumbbells stay right along our body. "20 seconds to go. Let's keep fighting it. We're fatiguing. This one's tough. "10 seconds to go. We're squeezing the heck out of those buys and back muscles. Last squeeze. Oh, there's our timer. Good job. Shake your hands out if you need it. We got reverse lunges and T-raises, so we're holding on to these dumbbells for a little bit, right? Our grip is fatiguing. We're getting some grip practice in here too. We got reverse lunges, maybe you're doing forward lunges, whatever you like. Loaded at our sides. We're trying to get that knee to tap where we get as close as we can go. Ten seconds to go. One or two more on each leg. Let's keep working. Awesome job. T-raises are next. Our grip is fatigued, so shake those hands out, wiggle your fingers. You got 10 seconds. Pick those dumbbells up. Last time on the T-raise, it's tough. Shoulders are tired. Do your best. Pick either direction if we need to. Remember to keep your wrists broken, elbows bent. It's going to be easier, especially on this last round. "15 seconds, I'm slowing down, our shoulders are tired." Whew, take a break, 10 seconds, let's try and get one more, all the way up and around, up, into the middle, and all the way back out. Hey, we did it. Nice job. We're putting 30 back on for a quick towel off and a drink. We're gonna go through our last two blocks here. So we got about 10 minutes, a little more than 10 minutes left on the clock here to finish us up before we cool down. So got about 10 seconds left on our break clock. Remember, as always, if you need a little more time to recover, please take it. You can always join back up with us on the video. Go ahead and pause it, recover for a few seconds, and hop back in with us. That's it for our 30 seconds. We're going back to our top loaded hinge, our good morning. So weight under our chin, behind our neck, wherever you're comfortable. This is a little more classic with our feet, right? So our feet are more narrow, like a classic deadlift. Get that weight up there. Our rep starts in 3, 2, 1, and go. Weight under the chin or behind our neck. More classic hinge movement with the feet and the hips. Feet are closer together, hips hinge back. We're just top loading it. Changing the muscle recruitment just slightly with our center of mass in a different position. So hopefully you're comfortable with that position. If that's really uncomfortable for you, or nervous, maybe we can just finish it out at the bottom. Maybe we've been doing that the whole time. Hopefully you've been able to modify for that for yourself. 15 seconds to go. We've got this top loaded movement. 10 seconds now. A couple more reps. We're squeezing glutes. We got one more block of our half kneeling curl and press on each arm coming up. Awesome. Let's get down on our half kneeling position. Fold that mat over if you need it. Remember to set your base properly. Keep your hand on your tummy to feel that core staying active as we curl and push. We're fatigued. Biceps and shoulders are tired, but we're not going to quit. Feel that core working. Even if you're pretty sure you have your core active, I like to poke it anyway. It's just a good external cue. When you feel your finger pushing there, you know you got to keep it strong and squeezed and stable. "20 seconds to go. We are getting tired. We're not going to quit. Just take a second down here if you need it. Take a big breath. And let's do it. We got 2 more reps. We got 6 seconds. Let's go. We're finishing right at the time, right at the buzzer. Last one, get it up. Go, nice job. Switch it to the other side. Here we go. Set your base right. Feel the core. Let's go. curl and press. Core is tight. "15 seconds. Take that rest at the bottom. Take a breath if you need it. Finish it out strong. It's our last few reps of this movement for the day. Arms are tired, shoulders are tired. We're not quitting though. Last rep, let's get it up there. And press. Great job, guys. 3 more to go, then we hit our core for a final time. Lateral lunges are coming up next. 1 dumbbell into the chin is how I like it. I want you to do what's comfortable for you. Here we go. We got about 2.5 minutes on the clock. 1 more quick break, and then we hit our core and we cool down. Let's go. Last rep. Oh, we're out of time. Good job. Okay. Bridge and pull over. And then 1 more of our fun hang snatch. Then we got to break it before we tear up the core. Final time. Let's get into that bridge. Remember, we're squeezing our glutes the whole time. We're bridged up. Glutes are tight. Knees are forced out a little bit, right? Pulling over to our waist with that soft elbow bend. We're almost there. Drop the bridge if you need to. Pop back up. Well, that's our last rep anyway. Finish that out. Great job. Up on our feet. 1 more hang snatch. Pull. Here we go. Remember, it's just a little dip and a big pull all the way up. Little dip, big pull all the way overhead. Little dip, other arm, big pull. We don't need to dip too low, right? We're not dipping below the knee, just right about mid-thigh right there. Just enough, just a little bit, a few inches to get some momentum behind the pull, right? Good job. Toss the dumbbells. Quick 30 seconds. We got 1 more round. Wiping our sweat. Grab a quick drink. We got about 5 minutes left before we cool down here and call it a day. Sweat and water break. So last sip right there. We're going right into, that's our 30 seconds. We're switching back right into our plank timer. Elbows and toes if you can. Don't be afraid to take that tall plank mod. Even if you got to switch it mid-round, that's okay. We're elbow planking, elbows and toes. 3, 2, 1, and go. We're holding on. We got our elbows and shoulders stacked. We're up on our toes. Our feet are at shoulder width. We're keeping our core tight. We're going to drop if we need to. drop to our knees maybe just momentarily and pop back up, or we rise into elevated plank, extended plank, tall plank, whatever you like to call it. 15 seconds, don't give up. However you're gonna do it, just don't quit. You can do it, just hold on, 7 more seconds. And relax, nicely done. Onto our side planks on each side. A few more rounds to go, guys, we are almost there. Elbow and shoulder are stacked, bottom knee's bent, that works for me. If both legs out, it works for you. Feel free to do that. And we've got our arm up here, so we're not weighing our hip down, right? I gotta reset my elbow. It's not feeling good for me, so find a position that's good and reset. Come on back up. 25 seconds, still got plenty of time to plank. If you need to adjust, go ahead and do it. No shame in adjusting, but we don't want to quit. We're almost there. 15 seconds. Great job. Go ahead and flip it on over to the other side. We're coming up about just under 4 minutes of total work. So let's not give up. Don't cheat yourself out of our last 4 minutes. We're up, elbow plank. Elbow is not good, reset it, find what's right. Feel your lat, make sure everything's stacked. We got that nice triangle down here. "30 seconds to hold on. We gotta get a Superman, a twist, and our sit-up, and then we cool down. 20 seconds to go, keep holding on. Drop, nicely done, way to hold out that side plank. Let's go back to skydivers. We did a skydiver, then a Superman. Let's go back to a skydiver, or freestyle, whichever one you were more comfortable with. I'm gonna go back to skydiver for the sake of the video. Palms up behind me, and we're squeezing. And we're gonna try and hold it as long as we can. If we need to drop and raise back up, that's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. Just finish the round, be strong, however you like to do it. We are holding on. 25 seconds. Again, don't be afraid to drop. If we're pretty fatigued, we can go to reps, right? Just lift up, hold for a second, and relax. Get some recovery in between. 15 seconds, let's go. Awesome job, guys. 2 rounds to go, 90 seconds of work left. We've got our twist with the dumbbell and our sit-up with the dumbbell. Then we get a quick cool down in. Let's get that dumbbell ready. We've got heels on the ground. We're twisting slower and deliberate. Tap that weight, make it count. We're twisting, 15 seconds to go, and we gotta get sit-ups for 45 when we cool down. We've worked so hard today. Great job fighting through this whole class today, guys. This was a long, tough one. We worked hard. 5 seconds to go. We're gonna earn this cool down here in a second. But let's not forget our final round of dumbbell sit-up. And we get a good stretch. So let's get those legs out flat, dumbbell behind your head. Maybe you're just gonna do a classic sit-up and that's okay. But we're gonna drive up. 20 seconds to go. Keep driving that weight overhead. Drop the weight and finish out with body weight, crunching if you need to. We're almost there. Last rep. Let's stop right there. Great job, guys. We're going to take our cool down right here, so let's just stay right where we are. We're going to get our knee pulls in for our first side. 30 seconds is going on our timer for these exercises, or for these stretches, excuse me. 30 seconds is on the clock. We're pulling that knee onto our chest. Big breath in, then we blow all that air out. Really hugging the one knee. Our other leg out here is fully stretched, and we're getting that as flat to the ground as we can so we can feel some good separation in our groin. Good stretch there. We're holding on. We're about to switch here in 3, 2, 1, and there's our timer to switch. So let's go ahead and extend the other leg out. Back to our 30 seconds on the other leg. Big squeeze, pulling that leg up to your chest. Big breath in and out. And we're keeping our other leg as flat as we can get it, right? We've got 10 seconds to go. We're going to keep pulling on that knee. Keep relaxing our leg down. We're about to switch to our next position in 2, 1, and stop. Good job for that stretch. We're going to go into our cobra pose, stretching out our core a little bit that we worked on. So we're going from our tabletop, just dropping our hips right forward, like so. From there, we take a nice big breath in, force our belly out, and we're going to look forward. We've got a nice stretch across our abdominal muscles here. Our toes are pointed backwards, and we're letting our hips sag to the mat as we squeeze our glutes. We're really stretching out those ab muscles. Take a look over your shoulder. You'll get a good stretch on one side of the abs. A few seconds there. Look over the other shoulder. Stretch the other side. Back to center. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going right from there, sinking backwards into our child pose. Stretching out our upper body, shoulders, mid back, spine, lats, and everything here. So arms are long here. We're sitting back onto our heels, breathing out, letting our head hang to the mat. We're holding on just a few more seconds here. 2, 1, and last one on each side. We're going to do our thread the needle, get a little bit of more relaxation in our chest, shoulders, everything like that. So put that arm forward, force your arm through the hole, and sink down onto that shoulder. Blowing all the air out as usual. 20 more seconds here, 30 seconds on the other side, and we are all done today. Thanks for sticking with me through this one. 10 seconds to go. One more stretch on the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go ahead and switch to the other side. One last 30-second stretch. Sinking onto that shoulder. Blowing all our air out. Four, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job, guys. That was a long, tough class. I'm glad you guys stuck through it the whole time with me. 3 rounds, full body, core, everything included. That is all we got today. As always, guys, please leave me some feedback below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like about class. I love hearing from you guys. You know that. So please leave me some feedback. Hope everyone has a great, happy new year. We're just getting started here in January, so you guys are hitting it hard right out of the gate. We hope to see you back in the fitness center soon. Otherwise, we'll keep making classes for you guys to stay tuned in with us at home. I hope you guys are having a great time working out in the new year. So we'll see you next time. I'm Scott with Aspiria Fitness Center. This was Strictly Strength. Have a great day.